Hey everybody, welcome back to the South American map. I forget the name. Can't pronounce the name, so I don't even try anymore. We've got a couple fields to harvest, and we've got other folks here in the server with us tonight. Some soybeans. Just trying to get set up. Had a late start today. Hey Raznik, what's up? Stage this over here. Made a few changes to our fleet. First off, let's go ahead and harvest him. Want to we've got a case over here at 1055 by field 5. Want to herbicide field 5 and 26. I think it's too late for field 4. I don't know what field 5 looks like. Here it's ready to harvest, but got weeds. Hey, dirty tractor.
The case over here with the sprayer on it.
Yeah. No, the 1055. You're in the 14. Over by field 5. It would have. I was hoping all this stuff had the right color dots, but it didn't.
Well, you think I could tab into our own tractor?
You can. You're in it. Not anymore. Not that one.
Alright, what field's it close to?
5. Hey, Anthony. And Joe and Green Finn, what's up? Is it no longer 1455 or 1045?
Yeah, no, it's a 1455 and it's owned by you.
Oh, okay. He must have, Dex must have upgraded it. 1055 when I bought it.
I am on a 1455.
Yeah.
Use it.
We figured it out. I had bought a 1055. I think Dex it up. Now it's registering as a 14. Hey, Sheppa, what's up?
My 2 fields are ready to harvest.
It's got liquid fert in it. I don't know if we've got herbicide back at the farm or not. How's everybody doing tonight? I saw there was an update to the the vehicle inspect mod, but I haven't had a chance to test it. See if it shows you speed now or not. this field withered behind us? It's ready to harvest. Okay. I see Dex has been busy. Hey Jason, what's up?
I need to get a cheat sheet. Some that looks like it's got a bottle with X on it. Would that be it?
Yeah, it's herbicide. The blue is liquid fert, and the red is herbicide. Hey Jason, what's up? And then the HUD mod that's in give you the word for the fill type down there once you start filling. So that'll help get people familiar with the new icons, having the word down there. The icons for straw, hay, and grass, they always confuse me because making sense. Yeah, I would love to have the unit convert just the portion that that gives you the wording on the prices screen. That would be awesome. But we've got a vehicle HUD mod in down in the lower right that kind of does that. One, it shows us the fill capacity, 5,600 liters for this harvester. Two, it shows you the fill percentage, 52%. Of course, you've got the normal fill volume, the upper number, and then it shows you the word next to the icon. That is quite helpful. And I've configured it to relocate the vehicle icons that is normally in the upper left of the screen. I configured it to go down there in the bottom right again. That's just where I'm used to looking at it. So that's over in Mod Hoster. I want to do a video on it at some point. It's still in beta, and I've debated about doing a beta mod review or just waiting until it's a little bit more further refined. But I did throw it here on the server, kind of one, to test it out, and two, because folks were like, man, I really miss Glance. Same guy that did the HUD mod did Vehicle Inspect, which is kind of Glance-ish up there. So we're trying that out too. Yeah, I hope the guy that did Unit Convert brings it over. You know? Because that was pretty handy and pretty convenient. You should be seeing the weeds die off. It should be going brown as you drive over.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's going to make seasons work a lot better.
Yeah, did you see the screenshots? Now, of course, with the base game, when a field gets weeds, it's like gets infested. It's all over the place. Seasons, it looks like they were going to try to basically do pots, spots of seeds scattered around. So the field looked like it had chicken pox. This head is just the right width. I can see it down there in the bottom corner without head tracking and without having to turn the camera. So, seasons will be coming. We know. You know, it might be a little bit longer than we want to wait. So it'll be here. Found it funny. I'm in their Slack and this guy jumped in the other day and like.
All right, field 26 is 0% weed.
He jumped in their Slack channel, and you know the first thing he asks is, you know, hey, when's season's coming out? And it's like, are you kidding me? Oops. Say the weeds are kind of the big scourge of multiplayer. Because you know they could pop up at any point in time during the growth cycle, and you know if you're not around to take care of them, next thing you know you've got a field that's ready to harvest and it's got weeds in it. Oh no, I didn't turn it on. Oh my gosh. Go on, there we go. I'm sure he upgraded the 1055 to a 14. Because the 1055 only had 105 horsepower. Now it could do everything but subsoil. So I'm sure he upgraded it to the 1455 so it would have 145 horsepower. And at that point it would be able to do the any of the jobs with any of the equipment that we've got. Sure, that's what he did. Now that we got 100K in the bank, got a little bit more, you know, to work with as far as money. Well, I'll tell you one reason why we went with the herbicide sprayer as opposed to the weeder is on multiplayer. There's no guarantees that you're going to be able to catch, you know, the weeds in the first state. Of course, the weeder would be cheaper in the long run because you wouldn't have to buy herbicide spray, as long as you could catch the as long as you could catch it, you know, in that first growth stage. But if for any reason you don't catch it in that first stage, you've got to get herbicide spray anyway. So for multiplayer, I figured herbicide's the best because it's the most flexible as far as time frame. Hey Silver, what's up? Oh, he must have went down to 25. Oh, is it because of that noise idle issue? Did you upgrade to 1.2? I know Delta upgraded to 1.2 and then realized when he reverted to 1.13 that all his key bindings were messed up. I guess he didn't make a backup copy of the farm sim folder. I don't know. Oh. See, I've got the weeder on my single player series, but I haven't seen weeds regrow like that yet. Bison is that it's got a hired helper and it's sitting full.
Tire man's got a bison, I think.
Probably chewing up money. Man away from his keyboard again. There. He's gonna thank me for that later, I bet. Alright, I tabbed into it and shut it off. Sure it's sucking up. It is pretty awesome, Dirty Tractor. I went to, I had this great vision in my head that I was going to do the very same thing. 17, followed your tutorials, got the elevations map in, went into the editor, smoothed it all out, got it fairly decent. Started putting down forest texture for where the trees would go. Down the road, well, basically I just put down gravel roads. I was going to put down like asphalt roads later on. And then I realized something. I had the equivalent of writer's block with respect to everything else. Yeah, like decoration. Where do the trees go? Well, obviously the trees go in tree areas, but aside from putting the trees in the forests, then I'd have no, where do I put the trees? I don't know. Bushes, I basically is like, well, I don't have a clue where to decorate stuff. I don't even know where to start, so I just forget it. Forget it. Patch conflict. Now, I have seen a couple mods on Mod Hoster that mention something about some mods basically working with 1.2, as if there are some mods out there that don't work with 1.2. So that might be interesting. If they've changed something in 1.2 that that breaks how some mods are working. Maybe some mods are taking advantage of something that's not right in game or something. Fabio says, hey Darren. I'm doing pretty good, Fabio.
Hey Fabio, how you doing tonight?
I've held off on 1.2 obviously because I wanted
Guy
to.
who did the unit convert mod, I think it was Facebook page. He did do a simple program to put words to the crops in, you know, when you want to sell them off on that page.
Offer 19.
Yeah, I downloaded it, but I haven't, you know, tried it out yet.
Oh, try it out. Let us know. Yeah, I have 0 artistic skills. Give me a blank piece of paper and say draw something. I'll probably say, I don't know, what do you want? They'll say draw whatever you want. And I'll say, well, I don't want to draw anything. You get little stick figures on a line with which is the ground, with a box for a house, with a triangle for a roof.
I know it doesn't like Lower River because that's the only thing I've been messing with lately, and every time I get it tested, it throws me errors because I don't have any subpoints.
Well, I'll have to dig up this guy's. I'll have to look at unit convert and get the guy's Facebook and check it out. I don't know what kind of mods are coming from Giants.
Capital R mod.
I don't know what Giants has got up their sleeves. I've got some mod videos I've got to put together and get out. Let's see here. Do we have any in the silo? Prices. Soybean. In the silo. Whoa. 2016 transport company. All right. This up to the transport or to the silo. And we'll just run along the side here. Hey Donnie, what's up? Of course, we all get that one error, or not an error, but a warning related to some transform group being out of bounds or something. Yeah, once you put 1.2 in, you are locked out of any multiplayer server, unless they have, unless they've installed 1.2 also. Yeah, I try to be a little selective. I was wanting to do a video with some, like, fifth wheel trailers and a fifth wheel pickup truck. But I have to say, all the trucks that I've looked at, they don't pass my mustard. You know? They've got something wrong with them. Or I just don't like the way they look. Here comes the train. Gonna beat the train. Oh yeah. We got this. We got this.
And they own the 4 fields.
No, those are all we got for now.
Alright, well, they're all done. 25 is a hopeless call.
That's it. It's probably like this one.
Yeah, it says 0 weeds, but it's all full of them.
Well, we've got back at home base, got a 3-meter subsoiler and a 3-meter seeder hooked together. Could seed this field. Done harvesting it here. Hey, Genetic, what's up? Nope, Donnie, haven't done any of it because 1.2 is not, well, I wouldn't call it multiplayer friendly. Standpoint that I would have to basically have everyone on the server would have to upgrade to 1.2, and I don't want to force everybody to upgrade to a beta patch. So the server is going to stay at 1.13 until the new update's been formalized, finalized, and probably has been in use for a little bit. And when it does come out, quite honestly, I probably won't use the dang thing, other than to smooth some bumpy spots out, based on our discussion earlier with respect to map making and decorating and building out an area. It's just I don't have the vision or the creativity to do it. I have no idea, Fabio, if it'll come this week or not. I think your best bet would be to search through the forums and see if anybody has made any type of official statement on estimated time frame. I did see mentioned one place, something about the 18th, but I have no idea how legit that source is. Because, of course, the 18th is a full week away.
Do we have any seeds laying around?
Not that I know of.
Alright, it's got 3/4. What do you want planted?
I was thinking, well, I don't know, we could put soybean back in. That's at a decent price right now. If we put wheat or barley in it, then at some point we need to buy a baler or loading wagon. Even straw on the ground is like leaving my money away.
I just need to know what you want while I'm thinking about it before you end up with sunflowers.
Oh, that thing will plant sunflowers?
No, but last time you told me to plant corn, I did sunflowers.
I actually was thinking about doing sunflowers, but I know I'd have to get a different head. I think that would do sunflower. I've not had a single game crash at all. Multiplayer, single player. I mean, to be honest, I'm about fed up with the bashing of the game. I get it that people are having issues, and I get it that people think it's going to be perfect out of the gate, which it's never going to be. But you know, the broad statements that it crashes for everybody, or nobody can use a wheel, or nobody can do this, nobody can do that. They're pretty unfounded, because there's lots of bodies that aren't having any issues. I'm one of them. I've had very little issues with it. Hey, Gunslinger. It's on hard. Well, it's the equivalent of hard mode. I'd say right now, I sold soybeans at 9 something, and I thought that was a good price. Right now, soybeans are $1,000. I would call that a good price. Canola, I've seen it at 700 and some. So I think that's a pretty good price. I've got no idea what the high is. There used to be a mod for 17 that broke when Platinum came out, called Commodity Prices. I loved that mod because it would keep track of your high and low prices, and it would then show you the current price, and then a percentage of how the current price was.
You want soybeans?
Yeah, that's fine. It would show you a percentage of the current price as compared to the highest price it's ever seen. So you would know, like, if you saw $1,061, is that the best price that Commodity Prices has ever seen for that product? Or is it like, 75% of the best price? So if it was like 75% of the base price, then you would know, oh, well, it's a pretty good price, but it's been better. Because I pay attention to prices, but I don't mentally make sure I try to remember them. So what I think might be a good price when I was playing with Commodity Prices, I'd be like, oh, that's a good price. And then I'd look and see, and it's like 50%. Oh, well, then it's not so good of a... I think I saw someone do a spreadsheet where they attempted to, like, list out highs and lows based on the different starting levels. But I don't know how accurate it was, other than just what they saw. I mean, there's the folks that are out there that are, I mean, I think some level of folks basically are seeing Farm Sim 19 as basically Farm Sim 17 Part 2. And that's not a fair assessment. It's its own entity. It obviously builds off of 17, just like 17 built off of 15, and 15 built off of 13, etc. But they are their own thing. Hey Beagle, it's a 2x2 map. It's a standard size map. It's the Platinum expansion from 17. It's been converted over. There's the PDA. It's the South American map. It's a standard 2x2. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Donnie. Has it crashed for you? And if it has, do you use, what type of inputs do you use? I mean, there's some There's some magical equation out there that folks that are having issues have something in common. What that is, I don't know if anybody knows yet. But it's got to be something in common. They're, you know, a controller that you're trying to use, driver versions of a graphics card. Who knows what? So on console, yeah, you shouldn't be getting crashes on console, that's for sure. No, because that's a fixed platform. You know, it's not like PC where you could have different graphics cards, different graphics drivers, different all kinds of different controllers. So crashing on a console is a problem because every PS4 is the same. That's one of the theoretical benefits of a console, is that it's a common platform. Yeah, what I had seen Dirty Tractor in, I think, Discord, was that the scripting references were going to come after this update. Yeah, we downgraded the subsoiler to a 3 meter, and it lets us seed right behind it. Things in one pass.
Yeah, it works pretty good. I wish the thing would make a little noise so I know it's on.
Well, it's not PTO driven. It's you know, wheel driven. Just friction. That's it. About friction.
Guess the proper term's mechanical.
Ground driven. I like that. I like the new hay rake. The Kuhn hay rake. I like that. Works a lot better than that little one. And I tried that little rake over on the EU map, and that darn thing doesn't work at all. I'll try it one more time on a real field that's got grass in it, and see what that does. I was watching a YouTube farmer talk about they upgraded from a bar rake to one of those wheel rakes, and they were saying how much more hay that they were getting. That the wheel rake was leaving less hay on the field, so that it was more efficient. And I kind of had that same thought that well, it's more efficient because it's scraping the ground, so you're raking everything together. With a bar rake, or I would guess, you know, even one of those rotary rakes, I guess that's what you call it, a rotary one, that has more of a horizontal rotation to it, to the ground. You can adjust those so that that the tines, you know, float above the actual ground a little bit, and therefore pick up the hay that's sitting on top of the stubble, as opposed to the wheel rake, which, you know, scratches the ground, brings everything over. Merger is it's the beast of all the rakes, isn't it? While we're doing that, let's check our finances. Curious where we got all our money from. Still have $225,000 loan. Harvest income. Oh, we did some contracts today, buddy. That's where we got our income from. Check the contracts. Got some contract fiends on this map. That's all they do is just contracts. Aren't too many out there right now. I would not doubt that, Dirty Tractor, because I saw one work for the first time last summer. There was a couple out on a field right by the road I was driving past, and those things were making this massive row be picked up. And actually, it's the first time I saw a true forage wagon here in the States. It was on the same field. I was like, whoa, what is that? You know what? So I just noticed this. I know there's been some folks that have had problems with the John Deere not folding. Okay? So I've got the pipe out. I'm hitting the X key to fold the harvester and it won't fold. Okay? I'll put the pipe in. Then I hit the X key. It folds up. Kind of wondering if that's what some folks have been experiencing with that John Deere harvester. Is they're not closing the pipe. I don't know. I want to try my best to play 19 and not use any John Deeres. Minus, you know, one for a contract. Oh. So we're at $100,000 in cash. We're gonna make some more moolah with our soybeans we're gonna sell today. Well, this is my problem. Is I've got this mental issue. The more people want something, the more I mentally don't want it. Okay? So if nobody made a big hoopla over John Deere, I'd probably have a couple John Deeres on the map right now on the farm. But you know, everybody made this giant hoopla about John Deere, and all of a sudden I was like, well, I'm no longer interested in using them because everybody and their sister wants to use them. So I call it a mental defect. This is what that new rake looks like. Wait, I think the rake's fallen over. I don't think it's supposed to look like. Oops, it's fallen on its front. The same holds with a map. The more popular a map is, the less I care about playing it. What's the words up here? Just underbrush. It's faster this way to get over to field 25, which we need to harvest. That's right. Non-conformist. All right, Fabio, thanks for dropping by. That giant bridge right there in front of me, I want to see that in a map. Thing is awesome looking. I want to drive a truck over that giant bridge. So that seeder will hold exactly 1,000 liters. So wouldn't fill it until it's in. Pallet down. All right, let's get our harvester.
All right, I'm at 47%.
Oh, I turned it off. All right, let's go by the farm and fill this thing up with fuel. Before we do, oh, I can't repair that. Oh, I'm gonna repair the head because I don't want to lose the rain. Anybody coming? Anybody coming? Anybody coming? Oh. So we got a pile of round bales over there. What mod am I using to tell them about what crops I have? Which one? The one in the upper left? Or the one in the lower right? Hey John, by the way, what's up? The mod in the upper left is called Vehicle Inspect. It's by Happy Hippo, I think is his name, over at Mod Hoster. It's a beta mod, so I haven't been pushing it. But if you're interested, it's over there. Same modder has another mod that's like vehicle HUD info or something, which modifies the lower right information. Can't really see it right now because I don't have anything in harvester. Oops. There we go. That's the fastest fueling you'll ever see. Faster than NASCAR, buddy. So Happy Hippo has 3 or 4 different HUD mods. Got one that changes the crop icons out. You need to basically wait for the train to show up and then hit E to enter it. Because you can't tab into it on multiplayer. So basically, either run the train down or go to the tracks and just wait for it to show up. Then hit E to enter. And at that point, it will respond to your commands. You may have to hit enter to start the engine if it doesn't seem to be reacting to you. I really like that you can go to this. What's this cost? 18,000. 301,000. Right. Thinking about either expanding our land holdings or selling or paying down some of our loan. Right now we owe 225,000 in the bank, or to the bank. So if we could pay down, 50 grand, that'd give us 50,000 in the bank. No weeds in here. We're good. Good. See what everybody else looks like. 100 screen. Got 100 grand. Blackbird's got 149. It's got 27,000. Oh, Freedom Makers is in the black or in the red. I think that's because he had a hired helper sitting there with a full harvester for how long? Lone Oak Farm, 198,000. I don't think they've been on too much. Red. Let's see how much land Red has. Gooseman is blue. It's poor. Sugar Pine is pink, 1,000, and then the first bank of me. Let's get this guy turned around. Let's get him lined up. Let's check the map. Red ownership. So field 9. Grass in it? 9 is grass in it. Ready to harvest. Field that Red owns. Looks like it. I don't know how much Red's been on play. Hey John, what's up? There we go. I didn't cut the field up like on the other field like I usually do with this harvester. So what I usually do is I make 3 passes, basically making turns at the end of each field. And now I'll basically double back. Yeah, real life does often encroach upon gaming, doesn't it? And there we go. Then when I get to the end of this field row, I'll just turn left and start working my way, and next thing you know, we'll have 2/3 of the field done without doing a whole bunch of forward and reversing. Looks like we're gonna have some soybeans selling here. Gunslinger's loading up soybeans in the train. I'm going to sell my soybeans once I get done this field. Then it looks like Maverick has got, he's harvesting soybeans also. Yeah, you can change, Don, you can change that to whatever you want. If you want to be crazy and you want to make it 300%, all you gotta do is just change it to 3. That one value in the XML. If you want to make, like for example, the yield, it's my understanding the yield on oats is down compared to real life figures. So if you wanted to basically make oats, let's say real life oats should yield double what the game is currently yielding for oats, okay? So it might not be that easy to change the yield on the base maps, but you could make oats worth twice as much by basically going into that mod and changing the price value from 1.5 to 2 for oats. And now that particular sell point will basically sell oats at, on average, twice what every other sell point will sell it for. So same with cotton. Apparently, cotton is a loss leader. Either the yield's way down, or the price is way down, or something. I don't know. I do know that there is a mod in testing in the mod hub that's supposed to provide realistic yields and crop prices, and I think also a mod that's supposed to give you realistic fill weights, so that 1,000 liters of wheat weighs what 1,000 liters of wheat should weigh. All right, John. Check you later. The other John. Hey, Farming Fanatic, what's up? Go in cab and do a little in-cab harvesting. Real harvest or virtual harvest? I've heard some farmers say that they're having problems getting their real harvest in, just because it's been so darn wet all year. Just will not dry out. About the time it starts to dry out, it rains again, does something. Hey, Moss, what's up? Mossy Frog? I'll just call him, let's say Moss Frog. What's up? We've got a construction project at work. This poor guys have been trying to get the construction site cleared of, you know, of demolition debris, and get it graded, get a survey crew in to put some piers in. They can start setting steel, and they're about 2.5 months behind. Because about every time the ground gets halfway dry enough to get in there and work it and not basically be a mud pit, it rains on them. Turns the dirt into mud pit, and then they gotta wait. They were just finally able to really start getting working on it early last week, and we had snow. And then this weekend we had another like 6 to 8 inches. So when 8 inches of snow melts off, that's not going to be very good. Those poor guys just cannot catch a break. That is vehicle HUD info or something like that, John. Same guy over at Mod Hoster. Call it Happy Frog or something. Happy Hippo. Basically, I've customized it a little bit because you can go in the XML and change it. Basically, I've taken the little vehicle icon, it's usually in the upper left, and I moved it to the lower right. Changed the color of the soybean word, because by default it's like yellow. The G key, just like you would switch implements. Are you doing? Are you like doing a start from scratch play mode, Moss Frog? Because I found that, man, start from scratch is a real grind. The only way to stay afloat financially for a while is, is to do contracts. We did this multiplayer server start from scratch, and I limited everybody's funds. See what I gave them. It wasn't a lot. Might have only been like $700,000. Maybe it was 750. For them to basically buy their land and everything. Hey, Doughboy, what's up? I've been wondering where you been. You vanished. I'm assuming it's hunting season, and you're feeling a bit better. But the guys here on the server, I think, have been doing more contract work than they've been working their own fields, as they try to pay off the loan, because pretty much everybody immediately took out the biggest loan you could. His keyboard steer mod, I have not. Mostly because I wasn't a big shuttle control user in 17. 2, I know SimStation has basically put it on his server 3 or 4 times and taken it off 3 or 4 times because it's had issues in multiplayer. So it's, you know, it's still a work in progress. I think it works okay in single player. Probably not so much in multiplayer. Gunslinger, yeah, we sold soybean, or we sold something up at the transport company last stream. Oh, Doughboy sent you here. I think you had experienced the problem with folding the harvester up on that John Deere. Do you remember if the pipe was in or out? Because I discovered with this harvester...
I see it's the mad dash for everybody to get their beans harvested.
It's a decent price.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I can't fold this harvester up if the pipe's out. I have to fold the pipe in
Actually,
first.
did the math. It's cheaper to lease 2 of these Massies, and you get to cut more than if you had the big case combine.
Oh, so the Massey 7000 is sweet spot price.
Yeah, yeah, because you can lease both of them for about the same price. But the headers are 7.6 meters wide.
Then
so in total, that's 15.2.
The train car you're in is probably not the train car. The train car with the grain in it is probably not the train car that's over the dump point.
I don't know. I'll see how it works.
Are you console farming fanatic? Because we had another guy in here earlier who was asking about crashing, and he was on a PS4. I've had no issues with crashing on PC at all. Alright, I'll be up there in a minute, Gunslinger, to... I won't sell it because I'll get the money. But I'll see what I can figure out. Ah, I just spit it out. Ting. Where are you at, Gunslinger? Not seeing you. Alright, where are your beans? Beans are there. You wanna sell the beans? Zero G. There we go. Now we're on the first car. Assume that they're in that car. See them. Alright, meet me up at the transport company. I thought we had a bunch of round bales up here, but we don't.
Are you high on cocaine?
No.
Well, I see you driving that train.
Thanks for the sub, Jada James. Slow down. Down. Gunslinger, where you at? I don't see you. So I can't sell it. If I dump this, it's gonna be my money. Right there. Right there. Alright. It's ready to dump. On the first car. Right over the dump. Just get in it and hit I. Before the train takes off. It will take off on its own. Oh no, you're coming. You're running. Just go to the escape menu and jump up here. Teleport to the visit to the transport company. Worried this train's going to take off before you get here. There you are. Can you not, there you are. There you go. Check something. Should work. Alright, well, if you want, I could sell it, and then I'll transfer you the money. It's about the only thing else I know to do. I'll transfer you the money here. As best I can. 31.8. Alright, so 31.8.
Really, really quiet, Tiger Man.
I don't know where that is.
30.
I haven't really said much. Is that better?
Oh, no,
9. I'll send you 31.9.
I hadn't said anything.
Oh, I just
Right.
seen your little icon lighting up and I could barely hear something.
Alright,
Yeah, I
that
have
should,
the automatic
that should
voice,
be,
and if I bump something, sometimes it'll pick it up.
that should be fair. Hey, your Bison was sitting on a hired helper and was full.
Yeah,
Probably chewing up money. So
yeah, I got pulled away.
I jumped in it and unhired it.
Cool, thank you. I had kids and supper and everything happened all at once, and I forgot I was even still logged in.
Alright, yeah. So I rounded up
So,
because I can't send you 10s and 1s. I really wish they would let you just enter a number as opposed to having to click through those different you know, number values, nominations, I guess they're called. What was that, Tiger Man?
Are we moving the train somewhere? I was gonna see if I couldn't catch a lift again, but
I need it down here at Railroad Silo East.
that's where I'm heading. But I got a faster tractor. I'll probably get there. It'll be alright. I was just gonna see if I couldn't catch a ride with this tractor.
Oh, okay.
I had your stream open. I was like, ooh, maybe I can get over there, but you guys are dawdling, so.
Well,
Alright, you got seeds down at the store. You won't believe it, but I have less than a half a strip to go.
I don't. Just you can buy a pallet once you get down. Got the power. The thing probably holding up that map and some of the other maps that have factories
Yeah, no game extension
is the
Right.
is the scripts, the conversion script, not conversion, but the like the M Company script and the Fabric script.
I was modding. I wasn't even.
They haven't been
I didn't think
converted
the parts
over.
were gonna be ready till tomorrow.
I don't know if they're going to work without being converted. And one of the things holding up the conversion is that they haven't released a script library yet to let scripters
Didn't
know
you
what
say it
the
was like 1.5 times
what the differences are
Mr. K?
between 17 and 19. What's that?
Didn't you set the speed at 1.5 times?
Yep, 1.5.
Okay.
It just shows 1, but
It's 1 with 2 little arrows, as opposed to 1 would just have 1 arrow.
I see.
It's because it at 2 times basically it was always the same time of frame at the same time of day. So folks were saying that it was always night when they were getting on. So 1.5 in theory, you know, if it's night one day, it'll be day the next.
I think I planted this in the morning of a game day. It was just as the sun came up. So that would make sense, I think.
I need a mod where a lady yells in my ear, pull over and get directions.
Because you're lost again? Where is he at? Oh, there you are. You're almost there.
That just yelled me to yell back. I'm not lost. I know exactly which direction I'm heading.
I'm never lost. I'm always between point A and point B.
Alright, I think what we're going to do is
Might
we're
not
going
be
to...
a direct route between, but sometimes.
I think we're going to sell our
In
crop.
my family, the rule is as long
Then,
as you know which direction you're heading, you're not lost.
And then basically
I
pay
may not
down some
necessarily know how
loan.
to get where I want to be, but I know I'm heading west. That's all that matters.
Maybe keep about 75K in the bank. Slowly work the loan down.
Or my dad's favorite answer, that we're right here heading that way.
Oh, that's nice.
Where you at? Right here, heading that way.
So we used to have a kid at school that would always, never carried a watch. He never had a watch. He'd always ask us what time it was. So me and a group of friends came up with our response after before. Yes, what time is it? We'd say after before. So pissed off at us because, you know, it was after before. After last time he asked, which was before.
Yeah.
So ticked off.
We used to say it was half past a hair and quarter to a freckle.
I'd probably say something else, but it wouldn't be near as not crude.
That's being nice, but
Yeah.
Sometime between now and then. Sun's still up, you say daytime.
I still love Larry the Cable Guy's response to his birthday question. How old are you? When's your birthday? Every year?
I'm as old as my tongue. Older than my teeth.
Alright, so I guess we're going to get about 27, about 30 grand out of this.
Canola prices aren't bad either.
I need to hurry up and harvest them all then, don't I?
The highest I've seen with fast forwarding multiple days was about 850-ish.
I will keep that in mind.
Same with beans right now, that's about... I've seen them get up to 1,050 on this map, but I used that fast forward mode and went like 20 days just to see kind of the average ups and downs.
That's the one thing I miss about seasons. You
All
can
right,
look and see
27,000.
Yeah.
when to sell most things.
Mm-hmm.
Not mine.
I had it
Not
memorized.
mine. Don't mind.
I had
There
the
we go.
cows memorized, that was about it.
All right, so we
barley and corn midwinter, and beans
let's
midsummer,
repay.
depending on what day cycle you're running. If it was
Pay
a
your
3-day
loan
cycle,
down.
then second day for summer, but
There we go.
I always
Now we're
run
down to
6 days, 9
170,000 we
days,
owe.
so it was either
Hey DB, what's up?
50 or day 4, 5, 6.
I think I know what's going on with that whole version 1, version 2 thing.
I always grow beans for play single player.
So, I was talking with the map author of Slovak
I like to rotate
in
this if I can.
in the forums,
Oh, I do.
and
Depends what I'm doing.
I think the issue is
I'm doing.
he
peas
uploaded
and
version 1 of
corn, canola, and
Rise of Industry,
wheat or barley.
and then he uploaded version 2 of the
Maybe
non-industry
canola off the
version
field for-
of Slovak. Okay, so basically he
Mhm.
took all the
Mhm.
industry out of Rise of Industry.
We
They
did
made that
canola
version
on the
2.
big stretched out field up here right
Okay.
now, so I'm hoping
The
to
Giants
pay that one.
screwed up in their infinite wisdom, and they basically made
I lost.
version 2 of Slovak non-Rise of Industry and version 1 Rise of Industry point to the same file. Or basically they just messed it all up.
$1,000 in wage payments.
So I'm
But
pretty
I
sure
forgot about it.
Rise of Industry version 1 and Slovak Village version 2 are the exact same.
It'd be kind of nice if you hired us. Well, no, I guess you were still logged in though.
It was.
It'd be nice if you hired a worker, and as soon as you log out, nobody's on your farm, that they would just automatically turn off.
Or if you got full and sit there for long enough. I thought if they got full and sit there for long enough, they would.
No, I've never seen them do that. They'll just sit there and keep spending your money.
I think so,
Oh well.
because
They
his
used to
plan
like to hang out with trees.
his plan was going to be to have 2
And this will
versions,
probably
an industry and a
charge you.
non-industry.
Yeah.
And then Basically, Giants wanted them, didn't want that, and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
that invisible collision.
So he ended up
Nobody
like
can see, but apparently they can see, and something's
uploading
blocking
a
them.
different version just to satisfy their request, and then basically they went and did something completely different. When they finally got the maps out.
If I'm going to be running this setup, I need to get a green cart. Because this definitely harvests the field fast.
Now on the load screen, does it say Rise of Industry, or does it just have
Bigger harvester.
Slovak Village? I bet.
First. You got another tractor
Don't want-
instead, 'cause that
don't want
other one's
herbicide.
going
We
15 miles an hour.
Are you gonna go seed that field down there?
That's where I was heading.
All right, let
you
me-
want soybeans in it?
Yeah, it's fine. Let me spray. Let me get started spraying it. Unload. Not enough space. How much space do you need?
So I got looking around trailer files there, Mr. Klein, for animals.
Oh, jeez.
I think there is a way that we can add chickens, but it's going to have to be done with the map and the trailer.
Oh, that's a complete pain.
Because I tried adding horses to one of the trailers, and like I thought, they've got index nodes in the trailer for each animal. So that means I gotta add the nodes, which isn't super hard, just means I gotta make it a mod and not just an XML edit. So when I'm in there rooting around with that, I'll mess around with adding chickens.
Yeah, because chickens are dumb unless you can transport them.
Yeah, you may as well just buy them, fill up the pen, not even worry about the reproduction rate. You barely make anything selling them through the...
I didn't install a beta patch
must be the
because
Mafia that owns the
basically it keeps you out of the
chicken transport
multiplayer,
business.
as I understand.
Is there no way to just turn that transporting fee off?
Maybe
No, I think that's built into the base game.
in a
you need
mod
a-
map you could.
I didn't see anything to change that when I was rooting around the animal pens, looking at stuff.
Oh, we have eyes ripper to shop. Okay. So I don't use.
So Jerry got off and just left his tracker right in the middle of the road. There, it's moved.
Oh, look, he bought field 8. Well, 2.
All right, I had to get some fertilizer. I'll be right over there. Uh-oh. Ha, race the train. In-map doors don't work.
Cramped in a little while.
The only doors that work are placeable,
Down on my end.
placeable doors. I've got, I do have some placeables that work. There's some placeables in the mod hub that have open and closable doors.
Found a nice little contracting loop.
Basically,
harvested
basically
field
the
pretty
only
well.
way to do it is
And I
to
plowed it, and I planted it.
is to
and
make it a
fertilized
placeable.
And it made about 40,000.
But apparently with the patch, when the patch goes full, we're supposedly going to add in animated objects back to the base map.
I thought that wasn't too bad of money.
Oh, you know what? Gotta repair this thing. Sprayer goes a lot faster when it's repaired. Speed boost. 7 mile an hour now. What were you saying? I heard something about contracting and money and then phased out.
Oh, I said I found a nice little contract loop on 31. I harvested it, then plowed it, then planted it, then fertilized it, and it made about 40,000.
How long did that take you?
3-4 hours. But I was doing other things. I was what was I all doing? Oh, I was weeding both my big fields. Painfully slow at 7 mile an hour.
We don't in this map. I did a mod review of some fill
Takes
silos.
a little while to weed all the stuff I've got.
Got some big fields down there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how big this 21-22 is. I just merged these together.
And
23 is.
I'm going to be
close
doing a
25
mod
acres.
video later this week of some fillable silos for seed and fertilizer and herbicide. Well, not herbicide, it doesn't work. Seed, fertilizer, and lime. There's a mod pack that actually has fillable silos for liquid herbicide and liquid fertilizer, but I have not been able to get those to fill. I think they're kind of broke. But I do have working silos for seed, fertilizer, and lime.
Maybe I'll just get into animals and be buying crops off everybody. Change it up every time. Probably had this big field done in an hour.
Let's go spray this other field that Darren just seeded. And we'll see if anything needs lime while we're at it.
I was going to update the patch 1.2 and then I got sidetracked with modding.
Oh, but then you wouldn't be in here. It's a downgrade.
Yeah, I got both patches on the computer, so I just reinstall the old patch. Take a couple minutes.
Now, Delta was going to do that, but apparently it blew away all his key bindings.
Oh, I can't use my wheel right now anyway, so.
They suggest you back up your Farm Sim 19 folder.
Well, I always back up key binding and save game folders just in case.
But when you revert, you can back.
Yep.
My hard worker was backing all the way up for some reason.
Yeah, I'm working on a whole bunch of XML edits. I've got 2 disks converted to plows. Increase the speed on all the sprayers. Switch the seed amounts in a couple corn planters. I added some extra stuff to a TMR mixer. And then I posted those pictures and screenshots about the tractor.
How are you liking the terraforming landscaping
Goofing around with
feature,
painters,
Doughboy?
but
You messed with
trying
that?
to change stuff around, so I gotta actually make it a mod. I gotta go into GE and change a couple things. Just good old tinkering around.
I know Silver was playing with 1.2. So he had to
Just
reinstall
trying
his
to
game.
turn that one windrower into a tedder slash windrower, but it's not going that easy.
Yeah, that would put a bummer on it. Now I wonder if you go in the XML. I wonder if you can change the door position in the XML so that it's open next time you open the game, and then just leave them open. Now, I wouldn't know what the value is. You need to set it. I think in the XML it has a open close value. See if anything needs lime here. On the next pass. Alright, nothing needs lime of ours. Double, single, single. Alright, the only field that's going to be out of sync is this one, because Darren seeded it before we could fertilize it. It does defeat the purpose, but it lets you open your doors until it's fixed. You know, assuming you've got doors shut and vehicles locked in there. Because if they are adding animated objects functionality back, then whatever method the placeable is using to open and close the doors may be broke permanently until those mods have been able to be reworked for 1.2. I hope they make the light transition smoother. Alright. It's going to about do us. Are you getting the, where are we at? Here we are. Are you getting the F1 menu to open the door? Or basically, yeah, an open door? That it isn't a case of, key binding going wrong as a part of the update or something? Oh, Gunslinger's stuck in the big long line of cars. Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, something happened. This bridge will get me. Try to go over it too fast. You know, I don't know. I don't know, John, what I'm going to do, because, I mean, the only thing worth commenting on is the terraforming stuff, and everyone else has done the terraforming stuff. And like I was saying earlier, I have no imagination with terraforming, so I would just blunder through it. Folks that can do it justice actually have a vision and can make stuff. I would just make hills and lower hills and smooth it out. Put a gravel road here or there for no real reason. Let's see here. Park it down here. And that way when Dex comes on, Daz, I think it's Daz. That way when he comes on, it will... I guess it will clue him in that this field needs fertilized. I don't want to fertilize it, just in case we don't get it all planted. Let's see here. Oops, wrong key. Spray 20. Field 20. Oh my gosh, it's way over there. I'm not going to do that. It's too far away. This one's got so much land. It's almost $400,000. This one is ridiculous. $400,000 because it's got all that land associated with it. 218, that'd be a nice one to have to continue our 301, too much. 8. Farm is $500,000. 9. We could buy this and convert the soccer field into a field. That'd be funny. $900,000 for that. Crazy. I don't think we're going to be buying any land anytime soon. Well, it's like a reset penalty. Basically is what it is. You know, they figure that if you're resetting your vehicle, then, you know, some people will just reset the vehicle back to the shop because they don't want to have to drive it down there. Or if the reset point is, you know, at the main farm area, and that's where your stuff is. You know, lots of people would buy something, reset it back to the farm, and there you go. Well, this way, if you do that, you're out of fuel. There's a little penalty, so it's kind of encouraging you to actually transport your stuff. I don't know if you reset a piece of equipment, since there's no fuel involved, if you are fined in any way, other than if it had something in it. Obviously, that product is now gone. We're past, and then we're done for the night.
Yep. Oh, Dark 30 comes in a hurry.
Did you get the F1 menu fixed, or did you get opening and closing doors fixed? Hey, Ollie, what's up? Wrong button. Oh, that's good. So that's on 1.1.3. You've got doors opening again. Alright, let's go park this back at the house. We'll call her a night. I want to thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching. We will, I might have a mod video out tomorrow. Don't know. I'm basically at home tomorrow. My wife had foot surgery today, so I was at the hospital most of the day with her. I'll be here at the house tomorrow, helping her out, and hopefully doing some videos while she's in bed or not needing me. So I might be able to get a couple videos out. Got some mods I'm looking at. Got a couple maps I need to take a look at and see if they are video worthy or not. Do know. Whoa, no. Oh, wrong key. I do know that we might be ever so lucky to see a couple maps this week get released. Possibly by the UMRV guy, and possibly by the FDR logging guy.
Ah, it's funny. It must be just a bad place to put shed. I come around the corner and did the same thing.
Well, I was trying to use a keyboard to steer, and I went to hit S to slow down, and something else to turn. Oh, wrong keys.
I was trying to do a power slide to get it the back end up in here.
All right, let's prepare some stuff. See what this. That's good. All right, guys. So thanks for coming out and watching. And
so you can repair stuff and not even take it to the shop.
Yeah, you can cheat and repair it from the garage menu. Oh, sweet. So now you can open and close doors in the beta patch. That's excellent. Until next time, guys. Happy farming.